It doesn't really matter if you like Andrew Tate or not. I actually don't care if you like him or not. What I've personally seen, on the other hand, is that I can always learn something from anyone. Doesn't matter if I like that person or not. And so in this video, I'm going to share with you a lesson that I learned from Andrew Tate quite a while ago now, which has totally revolutionized the way I actually deal with others, made me a better learner, and overall improved my life. But first, let me quickly ask you a question. Do you sometimes interrupt people because you're maybe too busy, or you don't want to hear something, or you think that you already know what the other person wanted to tell you? Well, I used to do that mistake in the past very, very often, especially with my mother or friends or other people who wanted to tell me something. I was always, thinking that I already knew what they wanted to tell me, or I was just too busy, or I didn't want to hear it because I thought that it was just some negativity or things like that that I didn't really care about. And so I very often interrupted people. And that was until just a few years ago when I heard this lesson from Andrew Tate by watching one of his videos. It was, I think, in the Hustlers University or thing like that. And in that video, he said that he basically never interrupts anyone anymore. He always let himself be pitched, because at the end of the day, he never really knows what the other person was going to tell him. And you never know if what the other person was going to tell you was something interesting, something that you didn't know, maybe a good opportunity, a good deal. And so he said that he always let himself being pitched and let the other person talk, never interrupted anyone. And so after actually using this thing, and so after learning about this and trying it out on my own skin, I can tell you that it really does work, and it really enabled me to learn many things way faster, have way more opportunities, and actually also learn many things about myself. Because at the end of the day, you first of all never really know what the other person was going to tell you. We always think, at least I used to think, that I always knew, especially for example when my mother came in my room and when I was a little kid, I always told her I don't care, I already know, and I always thought that I knew it better, I always thought that I already knew. But how many things I probably missed out, how many opportunities I probably missed out because I just told people that I knew. I can literally never know, and I will never know, how many opportunities I missed and how many things I actually didn't learn because I was just too stupid to think that I already knew. And secondly, by talking, you never learn something new. By listening, you can actually learn something new. Very often when we're with other people, we like to do the talking because we like to expand our ego, we like to be important and to feel like we know it better, we know more, and we are the person who is the most interesting. But at the end of the day, what I understood in the last few years is that when I talk, I'm only spitting out the things that I basically already know and not learning anything new. But when I actually listen and ask questions and evaluate things and ask myself and then ask and then listen more and more and more, that's where I actually end up learning many things, because I never know what the other person knows. I only know what I know. Let me repeat it again. You never know what the other person knows. You only know what you know. And so by talking and talking and talking and never listening, you will never learn anything new. That's why I don't interrupt anymore. And the third reason why I don't interrupt anymore is because I can always learn something new about myself. And the most important lessons I've seen are the ones about myself. Very often we have that urge that we want to interrupt someone, or something that someone says is irritating us, or we think that we already know, or we think something and we want to interrupt someone, tell someone that they're wrong and this and that. But what I've seen is that it really pays way much more, and I really learn many things about myself when, instead of interrupting, I ask myself, why do I want to interrupt this person? Why do I feel irritated about it? Why do I feel this way about the thing that they're saying? And why do I not want to listen? When I can ask myself why and really start thinking about my reasons, my feelings, my my thoughts. That's where I learn the most about myself. And those are the times where I actually end up learning some really valuable lessons. Because the most important lessons I've learned in the last few years are the ones about myself. And so that's why I really stopped at interrupting people, and I now listen. And that's a lesson that I had to learn. I learned it from Andrew Tate. Here again, he's hated by many people. Many people admire him, but it doesn't really matter if you hate someone or you like him. You can always learn something from anyone. And by listening and not interrupting, you will learn many things. You will get way more opportunities, and you will actually end up learning also about yourself if you ask yourself, why? That's a very powerful question. Anyways, hope this video helped you out. It was just a quick mindset shift that really changed my life. Listening more, not interrupting, not closing off in beforehand. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like to let me know. If you actually want to not miss on my future videos and get the notification, if you actually don't want to miss on my future ones, make sure, if you actually don't want to miss on my future videos, make sure to leave a like. And if you actually feel like you want some help, some personal help, especially on a specific problem that you have, you can check out the description down below. If you don't worry, don't mind. But if you do, you know that I can help you. But if you do, then you know that you can book a free coaching call with me in the description down below. Anyways, really hope this video helped you out. Wish you all the best and see you very soon. Ciao.